Yo, Kiwi here. If you're a video gamer, you might relate to my life story. All my life, brother, I've grown up playing video game on computer or on phone. I've grown up playing video games, bro. I didn't have my own phone, but I used to ask my mom's phone so that I can play video games. And my mom kind of got like annoyed and used to get angry at me because I use it all the time, it's gonna spoil her phone. Things were like that back then. Back then when I was like playing video games. Those games were like Subway Surfers, Temple Run Part 2. Well, like there's a lot of games: Clash of Clans, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, and PUBG, Players Unknown Battleground, right? Those were the games like the whoa. We used to look up to those games. We used to wait to come back from school so that we can play those games. I used to play those games until tuition arrives in the evening. So I used to be like, shit, I have to leave the game so that I can go to tuition. But after tuition, I used to play again before my dinner. So things were like that back then. I was like super into video games. Now, when I started growing up, I realized that, damn, I need to quit that because I need to focus on studies. I'm a student. My parents has been telling me to focus on studies. My tuition teacher has been telling to reduce phone usage so that I can focus on studies. And slowly, I learned to quit video game, and my grades got kind of more better. I wouldn't say it was the best, but it got better. And so here I am sharing about my video game story, hoping to relate with you because video game is such a sensitive topic. People want to quit it, people want to play it, people say it's fine, people say it's not fine playing video game. But let me just tell you, it's not your fault if you're addicted. We human beings, we have the innate desire to feel connection among the people of our tribe, and video game does just that. We have the tendency to go out on an adventure and go for new stuff. Video game does just that. You want to make new friends? Video game does just that. You want to feel like you're progressing? Video game does just that. You want to feel like you're dominating, you're the king of your game? Video game does just that. Just few clicks away on your phone. The software developers have made games in such a way that video games contain powerful, motivating, addicting elements that caters to us as human beings. I'm telling you, bro, these elements are strong. So I used to wonder like, damn, can we ever make progress in real life just like how we make progress on video game? Can we ever get addicted to studying? For example, I wanted to get addicted to studying just like how I get addicted to playing phone. Can we ever do that? That's the big question. The short answer is yes. So now I invite you to the deeper section of this video where I'll give you the action plan at the end that you can follow right away. Let's go. Yo, welcome to the deeper section of this video. I tried to turn my life into a video game, okay? And here's what happened. The first point I'm gonna share you is why video games are so addictive. First of all, not all games are the same, but they have their common elements that are similar to each other. I'm gonna list them down here. These are the addictive elements of video game. I've went on Agent Undercover mode just so I could get these points out by downloading some games. Okay, the first one is goal. It has always a goal to end. For example, the game I used to play, IGI, it's like a gun game, first-person shooter game. The end goal is to find the bomb, kill it, defuse the bomb. Right? There's a story behind the game, and there's a goal that the main character has to go through. Think about it, bro. The main character has to go through the goal, bro. Doesn't that sound like your life? Number two, levels and objectives. There are levels and objectives that you have to go to. There are different type of characters, right? There are allies, your friends. Maybe in Mobile Legends, you have your teammates. You can make friends. There's your like friend list in your video game, online games especially. Then there are different modes. You can play like arcade mode. You can play like the classic mode. You can play like the different type of rank mode, for example, or just with computer. You can also play different type of mods for different games. And they're like rewards, especially rewards. Either you unlock new levels, or you gain XP, or you gain some sort of resources. And then here's your profile that you can look at all your achievements, all your data that makes you like a unique individual. And then there's the level system of like, yeah, level 1 you get this much ability, level 2 you get to unlock this beautiful sword, level 3 you get a new shield, level 5 some sort of like level system that in each level you get some certain type of privilege. There is then like a ranking system that every player globally have to undergo through. And then there is the EXP system that for this task you get this much exp. For killing a minion you get 50 exp. For slaying a dragon you get 1000 exp. Some sort of exp system in every game. I'm going to talk about all of this and how to look at it in the perspective of your life and how to turn your life in a video game later on. But I really want you to understand these elements at first. And then you have clarity in tax. Very important. Unlike our life, we have the clarity in tax. We know what to do. We need to play that particular level. There is one level that we can play. There is certain mods that we can play. We know what to do. Log into the game, play 1, 2 classic matches, right? We know what tax to do. But in our life, we're confused what to do. Should I study? Should I play football? Should I, write down my notes? Should I just scroll through my phone? There's no clarity in text. Our mind is just boom, 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 boom. But in video game, zack, zack. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, and after you completed this, you get reward for each of that. You get 50 points, gold for that. And then there's the list of tasks that you have to do. So list of tasks, just like what I've talked about. There's the health bar and chances, which means like in Candy Crush you have 5 chances. In Mobile Legends you have your health bar while playing. In PUBG you also have your health bar. In Shadow Fight Part 2 you also have your health bar. And then there's like side quests, novel. That is novel. For example, the best example I think will be like Clash of Clans, where not just the home base, but you have the night base, and then you have the other sort of night base, which is like novel for the user, for the player, and they keep on coming back. Whenever they are bored in that base, they go to the different base, sort of things like that. Now, there will be rules that you have to play by. Most of the time, these are invisible rules, but they are still constrained to what you can play by. For example, while playing Mobile Legends, you can just survive in the enemy base, the recall point, the spawn recall point of the enemy. If you go there, you'll die. There are certain rules, logic, and physics that apply to every game. If you jump from a high building, your HP will be low. So these are the rules, right? Basically, universal laws that applies to video game. These are the elements. Gamifying your life is harder than you think. It's hard, bro. It's hard to really integrate everything into your life. You know why? Because okay, we can be clear with this. By chance, you know your enemies, you know you, but you cannot get a hand of all of these elements at once in your life. Why? Because you are the player itself. The player does not know what is happening, because God is the developer of your life. So you don't know the mods. Maybe you know some sort of mods like in your life. It will be like school. It will be like fitness. It will be like your health, wealth, relationship. All of these spectrums, disciplines. It could be like mods. But yeah, your rewards. Can you really keep track of the reward, the small rewards? Because going to the gym does not only give you the reward of muscle, but it also gives you the reward of making good connections with your friends. So there's a wide spectrum of things that are happening constantly in our lives that we cannot keep track of every single element. Only God can do that. And God has planned specifically for us. Now that we know that we cannot get a hand of all of this system that video gamers play with, because software developers are the developers of the game, God is the developer of our life. So in order for us to gamify life, maybe one day when we are reaching a good level of consciousness and technology, we can keep track of all that is happening, input and output of our life, but that is so far away. But for now, you know what? If you cannot do all of this, become the best player. So how do you become the best player? I'll give you an action step at the end. But first, let's go to the number 3. What do we do? Okay, you got me in a loop, dear. What do we do now? Brother, you can either get a hand of all of this element, which is gonna take some couple of years for humanity to develop, or you can do the zero dopamine mod. Then life will feel like a video game. The reason you find this very good is because you get into a state called the flow state. The flow state can also be achieved without having all of this at once. Only some few elements you require in order to reach the flow, but the foundation lies in ZTM, because no matter how hard you try to do the hard work, you're gonna feel the resistance. So why not go on a zero dopamine mode? I say this all the time, bro. Embrace the boredom, and embrace the hard work. Isn't this exactly what a hero does in your video game? They embrace the boredom, they embrace the hard work. Your hero in your video game is not out there playing another video game in that video game, right? He's still like bored, but he's still embracing the boredom. and also he's doing the hard work, which means that he's going and attacking bases, he's attacking the enemy. And since you're the character, zero dopamine mode, bro, the goal of this zero dopamine mode is to lower your pleasure standards. And I think every student needs to do this. We all want to get good stuff in life, good amount of money, cash, resources, relationships. We want to become this successful person, but in our life, bro, we don't get things easily. We have to do the hard work. But most people don't want to do the hard work because hard work seems too resistant. They just can't find themselves to do it because they are addicted to high pleasure levels. So you must bring that standard down so that you can feel pleasure in doing the boring hard work, so that you get addicted to doing the hard work. Basically, that's the end goal, right? For you to gamify your life means for you to be able to like do the hard work effortlessly, just like how you do it in your video game. For you to get addicted to your hard work, just like how you are addicted to video games, so that you can achieve the goals that you have. So before I move on to the action plan, I'll give you the subscriber goal, 1,500. Currently, we have 1,196, and these are the guys in our community doing self-improvement activities. Brother, we're helping young guys improve their life through no BS actionable self-improvement and become their leaders of their life. So join the movement by subscribing to the channel, brother. Subscribe, and this is our action plan. Let's go. Are you ready? It's 55 minutes long. Number one is to set an end goal. Remember what I said. End goal is a very important element, and it's the starting of the element. The first thing is the end goal. What is the end goal for you? What do you want to achieve in life? Get clear on that. Just journal about it. Think about it nicely. And now, number two is what vehicle is gonna get you there? What is your vehicle to get you there? Maybe it is like you want to become a doctor. What vehicle do you get there? If you're a high schooler, you need to pass your class 11 and 12, then you give your competitive exam, and then you get into a medical college, and then you become a doctor, right? This is the vehicle, the mode, the rasta, the the way to get there. Number three is setting goals. For 20 minutes, you set nicely, okay? Once and for all. You set your goal for the next 5 years, then for the next 1 year, based on the next 5 years, and the monthly goals to achieve the 1 year goal, and the weekly goals to achieve the monthly goals. And by the way, you are setting this 5 year goal so as to achieve this end goal. Now, we're talking about who or what are your enemies or your obstacles. Your obstacles could be like yourself. It's not always the external environment that is the obstacle. It could be like yourself, you procrastinating, doing the bad habits. That's really the main obstacle that we young men face these days. So figure that out. What are your obstacles? It may be a certain person, I don't know, in your life. Maybe there's a there's literally somebody praying for your downfall, you know how they say. So it'll give you like a motivation, some sort of like clarity towards what you have to overcome in order to achieve your goal. Number five is to identify important tasks. That is all you need to do. After you figured out your 5 year goal, 1 year goal, monthly goal, weekly goal, you may be thinking like, dang, for me to become a doctor, all I need to do is study and give my exams well and do the practicals well. Boom, done, right? And yeah, that's the thing that I'm keeping in mind these days. My college is not starting yet. It's gonna take some time, brother. Previously, I said it's gonna start on September, but they keep on postponing it. Now it's already gonna be on October. I'm gonna move out from a different place. I'll be recording in a new place, new environment, so it's gonna be a new journey for me as well. I'll keep you guys updated, bro. Number six point is to integrate an EXP system on a paper. This is optional, but this is also mandatory. You don't have to deliberately calculate how many EXP points you gain by doing a hard work, but what you can do is get a piece of paper, right? On one hand, you write all your tasks down. I'm just gonna draw it out here. It should be like this: study, and then you leave like a box, and then there's like workout, workout, and then you make like a box besides it. So whenever you're done studying for the particular period of time, you check the box. Whenever you're done working out, you check the box. So list that down, whatever tasks you have to do for the day in the morning. Study, working out, maybe making videos, recording videos, editing video, uploading video, and then make those boxes, check those boxes once it's done. And this will give you like a reward system, making you feel like you're making progress toward a certain goal. Because in our life, we don't have like a map or like a step-by-step plan laid out for us already, like they do in video games. Life is unknown, life is big, life is full of possibilities. That's the most interesting part. So all you need to do is get straight on your goal and what is your calling, your purpose as a man. You find that out, you find your EXP system on a paper based on the important tasks that you have to do, okay? It's all based on each other. So I really want you to follow this in sequence. Number 7 point is, what is the one line rule that makes your life challenging? This is the most interesting part. It could be like the constraint in your life. Maybe like, for example, I have to get rich while in school so that I can get out of jail. It's just an example, brother, but some sort of like rule, some sort of constraint. Like you have a goal, but you don't know what to do. So reflect on your enemy, reflect on your obstacle, reflect on your end goal, reflect on your vehicle, and then make this one line rule. It could also be like, I have to get checked from being fat while managing that my school studies, right? A good line that describes your life the best. So this is the action plan. Take a look at it. We're done. Thumbs up. Improve your life one step at a time. Always.